Hey guys, in this video we're going to have a look at some of the basic operations used with algebraic fractions. So we're going to look at addition, multiplication, subtraction and division, and the basic rule for applying these to algebraic fractions. So we'll get to some of the examples you see below at the end of the video, but let's start out by just writing the general rule for each of the four cases that I mentioned. So first, for addition. So when adding algebraic fractions, the general rule is that they can be added as long as the denominators are the same. Same as when adding fractions with any number in the denominator, as long as the denominators are the same, you can add the numerators and write them all over the single denominator. So that's the first case. Next is the case involving subtraction, which, as you could probably have guessed, is exactly the same, just this time for subtraction instead of addition. So as long as the denominators are the same, you can express the numerators over the same denominator. And next we'll have a look at the multiplication operation. So this basically says that all components in the numerator are multiplied together and written still in the numerator, and all components in the denominator are multiplied and still written in the denominator. So as you can guess, you can also write this as AC over BD, no need for the multiplication sign. And last, let's have a look at the division case. This one is similar to the multiplication case, but has a bit of a trick. So let's say we have A on B divided by C on D. The trick here is to flip the division sign into a multiplication sign and flip the numerator and denominator in the second term, or in the term that we're dividing by. So here we'll end up with A on B times D on C, and of course this comes out as, then using our multiplication rule, A times D on B times C. And of course you can express this without the multiplication sign as well. So those are the four rules, or the four basic operations that can be used with algebraic fractions. So let's have a look now and do an example of each. The examples that I had at the start of the video, we'll just solve those and work through them so you get a better understanding. So back to first question, which was 4a squared on 5 plus 2a squared on 5. So we need to simplify this into a single fraction, and here we're adding these two terms. So just like our rule, because these are both over the same denominator, we can simply write both terms in the numerator over the single denominator. And of course then it's just some algebraic simplification. 4a squared plus 2a squared, you should know, is 6a squared on 5, and that's our answer for that one. So fairly straightforward. So next example, just have a look at a subtraction. 2e on 3 minus e on 3. Now, same case again here. Because we have the same denominators, we're able to subtract the numerators as well and put them all over a single denominator. And you should be able to see that 2e minus e is simply e and all over 3. So that's the answer for that one. And number 3 now, let's have a look at multiplication. So y on 2 times y on 3. So we can multiply all the terms in the numerators and write them in our new single fraction in the numerator, and likewise with the denominator. And of course, y times y in the numerator becomes y squared, and 2 times 3, 6. So once again, fairly straightforward. And let's have a look at our last example now, which was the division, and that was m divided by 4, or m over 4 divided by m over 3. And here we can use the trick that we learnt with the operation law, which is to swap the division symbol from multiplication symbol, and then to flip the numerator and the denominator in the second term, and then multiply out the components, same as we did in the previous example, and we'll end up with m times 3 is 3m over 4m. And of course we can cancel out common factor of m, leaving us with 3 on 4 is our answer. So that's just a few examples, one in using each of those operations. As you can see, fairly straightforward, not too different to pre-algebraic operations with just regular numbers instead of algebraic components and variables. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching. Leave any questions you need any help with in the comment section below. Thanks, bye.